Mark. I think they're on camera. Yep, hopefully. I fucking hope so. Because I don't want to do this a second time. This is literally like my nightmare, but I decided why not. I'm going to do it. Because I just was like, fuck it, why not? What happened? Okay, it stopped and then started again. So I apologize. Okay. Voice recording. I've got Audacity on next to me, so if I look over, it's like you can also see my shitty hair because I haven't cut the back yet. So I've got this weird mullet updo fringe mix. I look weird, but it's okay. I have tried recording this video a million times in different kind of ways. I try to do it as an art vlog at first, and of course, they've been doing that for weeks. I don't know what the fuck they're building. So yeah, I try to do this first as like an art vlog because those are what I like to watch, and I realized that I don't like myself being recorded in my natural environment. So I was like, okay, not doing that. I do enjoy doing voiceovers as much as I am awful at speaking. I enjoy it because it's a good challenge to get better at. So, and also my friends said they like the sound of my voice, so that also makes me feel good about myself. Hello. Editing this back, I rambled so much, and it's a little bit embarrassing how much I rambled, so I'm just going to introduce this again. So this video is me just kind of reviewing a few of the songs from the Great Impersonator album, and I will be adding clips of basically me doing the painting that is inspired by the promotional photo shoots that Halsey did for the album. Also, it's the 4 of the unique vinyls for the album specifically. So this video is just me basically talking about that. It's nothing serious. I definitely believe my opinions will change on these songs the more I listen to them. I've never really reviewed anything in my life, so I apologise if it is very rambly. I will try my best to get better at this, hopefully, in the future. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say, I think, besides the fact that I apologise for the video. It just felt like it's all over the place. It's just me kind of figuring out how to speak to a camera and how to go about all of this. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video and don't take my opinions too seriously, as I was a bit all over the place, but I still stand by the songs that I say are my favourites. I still love them. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy the video and hope you enjoy the process of the painting. And I love that you can just see my neighbour through my glasses. My neighbours, yeah. Oh. Okay, enjoy the video. Bye. The Great Impersonator came out the 25th of October. I think it came out a little bit earlier in Australia. I could be wrong about that because I remember I was counting down the days with everyone else, and I think it came like a day or a couple hours technically, because obviously Australia is a couple hours ahead than America. So, you know, as soon as the album came out, I freaked out, and then I was like, wait, I got like a million chores that I want to do before settling in. So I did those chores, forgot about it, came back the next day and started listening to it. I listened to the album while I did my painting for doing the underpainting for this. Yeah, so I listened to it while I did the painting, which actually was really good. And I when I paint, I try to listen to music that influences what I am doing, I guess. I don't even know if that made sense, but you know, if I'm doing kind of a sadder, more morbid piece, I mean, actually that's a lie, because sometimes I do a lot of skull pieces. I just finished a like kind of morbid, beautifully morbid piece, and I listened to a lot of like I listened to Brat, the whole Brat album while painting that. I also just watched like every Dan and Phil Games video while painting it. I wanted to listen to the album while at least beginning to paint it. I think as the music videos are coming out, I'm figuring out which songs are related to which era. Like obviously like there's the 3 letters to God, so there's the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, so I think that kind of, you know, speaks for itself. And then obviously Lucky had the music video that came out a while ago, which was obviously Y2K, Britney, which love that video. Great. That pink hair is fucking amazing. I kind of want to get pink hair, but I don't like dyeing my hair anymore because I hate maintaining it. Any hair color I would ever do again is red, which I had years ago, and I loved it because it faded to kind of this muted pale red. It was the Manic Panic, I don't know what it was. It was a really nice red, and I might do it again one day once my hair grows out. Obviously I'm kind of in a weird middle phase because I shaved my head a while ago, which actually kind of correlates to the first song that I'm going to speak of, which was definitely in my top, I'm going to say it's like a top 5. Speaking of shaved heads, is The End. Oh wait, no, sorry, not The End, Lucky. So obviously with Halsey, this album is, you know, it's a lot of reflecting on their mortality, life and death and regrets. A lot of things that I personally think about a lot. 2 number 1 fans. That's about it. I just waited until the night to do this, but I wanted to do this now because no one's home and I won't feel awkward I feel less awkward doing it, but also it means the tradies are like everyone else is here, like next door. The top 5 songs, but this was very hard to talk, like this was very, very hard to decide from, because personally I love every song on the album, and I can say pretty confidently Halsey is one of the only artists that I've ever listened to where every single album I've enjoyed every song on every album that they've come out with. And they have quite a few albums. I think it's like 4 or 5 now, technically. Like, if we're talking EPs as well. Yeah, they just, every time, I don't know why, maybe it's just like I relate to their music in a lot of ways because we deal with a pretty, like, we have quite similar issues, especially with endometriosis and being a woman, and like bisexual and all that. So that obviously is something that, you know, when they talk about it in their songs, I'm very much like, it hits deep for me. Speaking of that, definitely my number 1 favorite song was I Believe in Magic. That song, I struggle to cry recently, but that song I was holding back. That really hit really hard for me. I think the biggest reason why it hit as hard as it did was because one of my favorite songs on the Manic album was the song More. Yeah, that song hit really hard, especially with endometriosis and PCOS and anything to do with female reproduction issues. It can cause infertility. It can cause higher chances of miscarriage, you know, or any kind of pregnancy related issue is pretty heightened when you have a disease that affects the uterus. I've luckily never had to deal with a miscarriage myself, or to have to go through anything like that, and I hope I never have to go through anything like that, because I know people personally who have been through that. I listened to those songs that, Halsey's put out with MWAH. So yeah, listening to MWAH on the Manic album, and then listening to I Believe in Magic, and also Letter to God, 98, where I think we hear her son in a couple of the songs, but I think I Believe in Magic and Letter to God are the only ones that are coming to my head right now. They just pull on my heartstrings, because it's like, I think when all you want is to have a family and have a child and bring a life into this world, and you struggle so hard to do that, and now you can't, like they did, like they were able to have a kid, and it seemed like, he was he was a healthy kid, like, no major issues, and like that's all you can ask for if you're wanting a child, and it was all planned, and you wanted this, and all you can ask for is a healthy and happy child. And from those songs that she's written, when the apple doesn't, falls far from the tree, and saying that, she's proud of her son, and proud, and, loves watching him grow up, and all that, and starting to relate back to her parents, and it just hits really hard for me, especially just, I've had issues with my parents. I think everyone has a phase where they go through a really hard time with their parents. Some, as soon as they get out of, teenage years, it goes away completely, and then other times it sticks around, because there is, those issues are deeper than just teenage angst. Especially because, I wish to have kids one day. Don't know when, but one day. So I hope to be able to reflect in those ways and look at my child and be like, appreciate, those little things of seeing them grow up and seeing what my parents went through with raising a child, because like, raising a child's a pretty unique experience. Like, if someone asked me, like, how do you do this with a kid? I'm like, the fuck if I know. I have a dog. Like, dog's pretty similar. I mean, she kind of shits wherever she wants in the backyard. Like, I don't know. Would you let your toddler? Do you let kids just poop in the back? So I can't, like, give advice on that. But anything to do with just conception, fertility, being a woman, just hits hard for me. Another song that I want to bring up is Hometown, also a really good song. I like the country-ish, I wouldn't say, is it just full-on country? It's not full-on country, like, I've heard full-on country, but it's country-inspired, I want to say that. Really country-inspired song, and I love it. I love a good, like, country-inspired song. I love bluegrass. I love anything with, like, banjo, anything like that. I love it. So that song just was a good old toe tapper. So many of the lines in that song were just so, love it. And again, things I can relate to myself, but also it's really like like peeking into how Halsey was raised, and how, the way she grew up, and, the environment she was in, and she talks about it a lot in, I think, a lot of her songs. So this isn't like the newest thing on the planet, but it feels like I think the best way to describe it is with this song, it feels the least angsty way to talk about your past and your regrets and your anger. I really enjoyed that song, and there was a line in that song that I cannot remember the exact lyric, but it basically was like, didn't think I was like meant to be here, but I was too scared to end myself or something. I'll probably put on the screen the actual line, but that hit me really hard, because obviously I dealt with those same issues, and I felt that exact same way, and I look back and that's how I see it myself. So again, just great song. I love a good song that's deep but just toe tapper, listen to the car, no one knows what's going on, but you know it's fucking depressing. Like, hey, most depressing song on planet, but I jig to that. Some honorable mentions that I want to talk about is Dog Years. I gotta listen to it again to really listen to the lyrics, but I listened to it twice, so I can't say too much about it, but I will say about Dog Years, oh my god, that fucking song is so good. It just gives me these, I can't describe it, it's just so good in my opinion. I can't like give it anything, I can't say anything else about it, I really can't. It's just such a good song. Only Living Girl in LA, when I first listened to the album, I did not like that song. I was like, I'm bored, I don't like this. And then I listened to the rest of the album, then I went back to it. My opinion completely changed. It hit 10 times harder after listening to the whole album. I don't know why. Maybe I just needed to listen to it a bit deeper and actually listen to the lyrics. But at first I was just kind of like, this is kind of like, eh. Because you go from that to Ego and you're like, holy shit, okay, fucking hell, we're going from this to Ego. I love that song now. It's definitely like up there. But yeah, I feel bad. I was like super judgy when I heard it. I was like, I want to skip this, but I was like, I'm not skipping it. I'm just listening to every song and not skipping. And yeah, I know, it's a great song. I can't believe I, dogged on it at first. Yeah, I don't have any other honorable mentions that I can think of the end. Top of my head. Panic Attack, also an amazing song. Is it love or a panic attack? Love it, great, fucking great. Also, Great Impersonator, the song at the very end, amazing, like such a good way to end the album, in my opinion. Beautiful. I think the Great Impersonator has actually the least amount of listens as of right now. I'm just looking at the plays. The Great Impersonator, and coming up second is Life of the Spider, which is crazy because Life of the Spider is really good, but it does feel a bit out of the out. Like, the vibe is very different to the rest in some way, but also not, because if you listen to the lyrics, it makes sense. Because you hear these other songs which feel very like filled with emotion, and then you're like, oh, these are really somber and like Living Girl, at least the start of the Living Girl in LA, because the end gets like really like, oh shit, but the start's a little bit like, oh, is this the album? And then it changes and I'm like, never mind, I redact my statement. So definitely, I think, what was it, my top 5 songs from the album, I have them here. It is Ego, I Believe in Magic, this is not in any order, by the way. Ego, I Believe in Magic, The End, Lonely is the Muse, Letter to God, 98. That doesn't mean I don't like every single fucking song on the album. Those 5 are definitely going to be the ones I repeat the most out of all of them, most likely. 3 of them I already repeat. 3 of them I already repeat a shit ton because they've been out. Hopefully the painting while I do this is as, not as chaotic as this video of me recording myself. But I thought I would give my opinions on it because I do like when people kind of talk about albums and how they personally feel about songs, because how one person sees a song, someone else will see it completely differently, because everyone has different experiences. Kind of just like listening to people talk, and I think I enjoy that this is the way YouTube is going, where we just all want to chat, because I like chatting. I just want to give more screen time to my face because I'm very proud of my makeup that I did for this. Because I rarely do makeup because I don't go out, or if I do go out, it's to work, and I sweat a shit ton because I'm in a humid bar and I don't want to wear makeup like that. But Halloween is literally in a couple days. It's in like 28, so It's only 3-4 days as of recording this. When this video comes out, it will probably either be just after Halloween or on Halloween. I don't know. If it is Halloween, happy Halloween. Bye! Oh. I literally was about to do this take and my boss texted me going like, hey, someone called in sick, can you work? And I'm like...
So she telling me I got to pay for that?
I mean, let me ask the audience.
Whoops. So this is going to be the end of the video. Sorry, it's a bit of a cut from that last clip to that last clip to this clip. I gotta remember to look at the camera, not that. So basically, the reason why I am doing a shitty webcam video. And why my jumper looks weird right now. I just got this jumper and I wanted to show it off, but now I can't really wear it properly because when it's inside, it doesn't look right. Nah, it slips weirdly. But yeah, this is the end of the video, and sorry to break it to you, but the painting is not finished. I think I have a pretty good reason to say why the painting's not finished, and I'll show you. I think it's better just to tell you.
I mean, let me ask the audience.
Okay, listen. This is something that has been going on and off for a while. By a while, I mean like almost 6 years. It hasn't. Okay, not 6 years. It's been getting worse in the past 3 years. But in those 3 years, it kind of went away, and I thought, okay, cool, it's done. And then it came back. Basically, I don't know yet because I need to do more tests with doctors, which is what I'm gonna try and hopefully do before the new year. Basically, my rotator cuff is fucked, and my doctor thinks from my explanations and me showing him where the pain is, showing him where it hurts, basically that my C5 and C6, which is in your neck, on my spine, is fucked, and I have a pinched nerve that is basically the nerve that goes down your neck, your shoulder, all the way down into your hand, which makes sense because that's where I get the pain, especially when it's really, like when it's really inflamed. So, this video has felt like it's gone 10 different directions because it's taken me almost 2 months to do. I started this video the day after the album came out, which was the 26th of October. It is now the 25th of November. So wait, that's a month, not 2 months. I can't count. It feels longer. So it's been literally a month in the making because I've been so busy with work because I bartend and it's the busiest time of year for everyone. But yeah. And then also this has happened, which has now completely just halted everything because I cannot paint. I'm gonna try and look at physical therapy to see if I can find ways of doing art without hurting myself more, but I really can't do it. Like, I cannot move my shoulder at all without it genuinely just being so painful. It feels, the best way I described it to my friend was, my trap feels like if you grab a sponge. Everyone knows the feeling of ripping a sponge apart and the feeling of that, of the rip. So basically, that's what it feels like when I move my shoulder in a weird way, especially with the lifting or when I'm picking something up that's above a kilo, maybe, or not even a kilo. Like, I'd say like above like a kilo or two, it feels like that. And it feels like someone's stabbing a knife in my back constantly. So basically my doctor wants me to get to an MRI and an ultrasound of my shoulder, which I was like, what the fuck? Didn't really, I mean, I knew that existed obviously, but I was just kind of like, where are you gonna stick it? Basically, I don't know exactly what the issue is. There's like 10 different things. Google says I could have cancer, because that's Google, but I don't know what it is and how to fix it. Physical therapy, dry needling, and medication. It's the only way, really. But that's besides the point. That's not the point of this video, but it's kind of the point, because that's the reason why I'm ending the video here. Because I cannot finish the painting, which I feel really bad about, and I hate cliffhangers, and this is basically a cliffhanger, mainly for me, because it's not satisfying to watch the entire video and watch the progress and all that, so it's more of a cliffhanger for me than anyone. But I guess I'll show the painting. Like, I would rather just do it now. It looks so much better on camera, actually. We did a little start. It's just disappointing because I can't finish it. I tried to do it with my left hand, but I am in no way ambidextrous. I don't use my left hand for like anything besides like scratching and picking my nose. Not even. Yeah, that's about it. I need to research because I felt like I was getting some pain like shoot over onto this arm from me using this arm. I don't know. I gotta check because I don't know if it's just my mind or it actually is something. So, okay, this video's gone on way too long and I'm just basically ranting about me not finishing the painting. But I have a good reason. It's not that I'm lazy, because I really want to paint it. I just cannot physically do it. It sucks. Unless I can find a way to do it without irritating that part of my arm. But because of the nerve that goes all the way down, that whole arm is fucked. I'm more stressed about the fact that work, because I'm not going to be useful because I bartend and I'm just going to use one arm for everything, which, I mean, I can still do it. You can do many things with one hand. So, yeah. I will definitely do a part 2 when I get the chance. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Don't know when it will be out. I'll probably just do random videos if I'm bored. There's definitely, I've had ideas of stuff I've wanted to do. That's very not as intensive as this video where it's been taken a month to do. So there will be other videos doing other shit, but for now, this one I have to end off here.